hope traders and investors alike were green today. Powell delivered a smackdown to the bears today, coming out being very dovish, basically mentioning backing off, pivot the market's looking for. Let us know that the bulls, we would probably see a nice bullish push today. Hopefully we can see some bullishness come into the market for, the end of the year rally that everybody's expecting. We also have some levels of interest coming up above us that we definitely need to keep an eye on those, and we'll talk about those when we get to the charts. So today, Powell come out was very dovish. We had GDP come out better than expected. Employment was actually bad. PCP tomorrow. We also have inflows tomorrow, so the first half an hour, 45 minutes will be interesting. Friday, we have non-farm payroll. We also had a $3.5 billion MOC today, so that's also another good sign. Possibly see some follow through, but like I said, we'll talk about the chart when we get to it. We did make a huge move. We got a lot to cover, so let's talk as we're going through the charts. This is the bullish percent index for the NASDAQ, and you can see we're still showing some weakness here. We don't get above that 70 long, so when we do get up there, we don't normally stay up here long. You can see the S&P 500 is showing some more strength, holding the 70 level well. Put the call ratio, we were at 106, and we did move towards the bullish zone. Still very bearish here, 103. Not very bearish, but we're still bearish at 103. Ethereum, we talked about this chart this morning. Nice push up right into the Bollinger Band. One thing that I'm noticing here, these Bollinger Bands are not even attempting to open up. It's the second candle right now that's had to actually touch the Bollinger Band. The Bollinger Band's not even trying to open up. Just something to keep an eye on. I'm not saying they can't spring open quickly, but a lot of times you see this, like after you get your move, you consolidate for a while. And this is exactly what looks like is going on here. You can see the consolidation. You can see we were right on the edge there. It never tried to open up, never tried to open up. We have a lot of simple tools. Everybody's always trying to look for something easy, but we actually have a lot of simple tools. There's so much information that can be found in your Bollinger Bands for one, but in your candles, just so much information that's available on your chart. Your moving averages, the way everything's angled, the way they're layered, just a lot of information. It's just trading. I can't like, I've been asked about a course, but I don't know how I could possibly put everything, that we teach in one course, especially the catalyst information, like the stuff that was shared today in the Discord. Just an awesome day in the market. So here, the oscillators for the NASDAQ 126. So we took a big move up. We were at, I believe, 1 this morning, a positive 1, and we bumped up to 128 already, 126. Huge move up there. 164 on the New York Stock Exchange. Getting a little warm, around 100. You start to get a little warm after that. We still got plenty of room to move in either direction. This is the SPX weekly chart trading in this broadening channel, descending broadening channel. And you can see we have pushed right into this trend line. We did close like barely over it. It's not crazy about that angle. That's the weekly chart. That candle has not closed yet. We have to stay above that line for tomorrow. And then we have the 50 coming up here on the weekly as well. We're going to take a look at the SPY, of course. See SPX. This is the breadth chart, and you can see very positive here. A 2274, very nice push up. And our moving average there, which is very important, is actually turned up following price up, and that's exactly what we want to see. Unfortunately, we usually pull back. It tells us that we're getting a little extended, and we know our price action is telling us we're getting a little extended. And you can see transportations here, nice push up. So hopefully we get to see some follow through tomorrow. We'll talk more about it when we get to the SPY chart. The dollar breaking down, bear flagging there. We need to break below this previous candle. If we can get a candle open. This one already, it didn't work out. So it kind of makes that whole setup, not quite as simple. But if we can break below, I would say if we can maybe get below that green candle, maybe we can get a nice pullback. If we get a confirmation below that candle line. And you can see the VIX here Nice pullback today as well. It's one of the things that we seen today was the VIX was just gapping down right at market open. No, I'm sorry, not at market open. It was trying to push up right at market open, but it started to come down, and it was actually coming down right before Powell started to speak. So we seen it nosediving in. Or I'm sorry, crude oil. So back above the 9 here. See if we can get a candle. See where the candle opens up tomorrow. Unfortunately, that trades 24 hours a day, and my candle doesn't track it 24 hours a day. Here with stock charts, Apple, nice push, huge bullish engulfing candle. Almost took out 3 days range, almost, and definitely covered 2 days range, and some right into your 9 here. So that is resistance on the daily chart. So we need to be nice to gap up, open up over that tomorrow. Not a huge gap up, just enough to get us above that. The way it's out of the area and we can push. You got Apple coming up. You got a nice gap up here. I wanted to highlight these. We talk about them in the Discord all the time, but I just wanted to go ahead and highlight them for everybody. Make sure you got your gaps drawn out. Gold. I posted a chart last night that was saying we just closed back above the 9 moving average. We did pull back there today. And this is the ratio of the stocks above the 200 and the 50 daily moving averages in the New York Stock Exchange and the S&P 500. So we got 50%. This is the New York Stock Exchange. We got 50% of stocks in it that's held within the New York Stock Exchange above the 200, and we have 80% above the 50-day, and then for the New York Stock Exchange, we got 64%, and then above the 200, then you got 92% of stocks, and the S&P 500 is above their 50-day moving average. That's a lot. They're starting to show a lot of participation into the market. You can see our advanced decline lines are all turned up. That's another good sign. Abby here. Abby was able to break up, get back above. Look at this push off the 9. This textbook move right here. And we pushed up above the resistance level is there. Let's see where we open tomorrow. Nice MACD there. This could be an easy money play. Trading the candles, see where it opens. If it doesn't work out that way, then we trade it another way. But just watching these candles when you have the right proper setup and you're taking out the proper levels, like AMD here. AMD is trading in this little small bull pennant. Some may call this a little bigger, call it a symmetrical triangle. You got a nice coil in here. To me, it's just a little bull pennant with a nice break to the upside. See where we open tomorrow. Bollinger Bands, everything's pointing up. MACD looks good there. That's the daily chart. This is the weekly chart. So we closed over top your weekly 20-day, holding your 200 over top your weekly 20. So that's a good sign. You can see we have some previous resistance coming up here. Hopefully we can push above that. Watch yesterday's candle tomorrow. You want to see if we can take out that wick. That'll pretty much let you know where that resistance line is. Just an easy way. Best to draw it. But, look to take out, not yesterday's, look to take out last week's wick on the weekly chart. Affirm, nice push back up here today, back above the 9 there. And you can see Affirm here pull back with the market, give a nice bear flag there, drop back down. But when the news come out, we've seen the market pushing beforehand, which is one of the members brought up the exact reason why. It's awesome seeing the members start to understand what's going on in the market and know how to contribute in the group good, reliable information about what the market's doing and the understanding of the market. It's awesome. See Affirm here on the 15-minute chart. We did get this nice pullback and a recovery going right into the end of the day. Amazon, nice push here as well. Outside of the Bollinger Bands almost the whole time. When we did get back in, went right back to ride that Bollinger Band right back up on the 15. Nice push there. See what it does with the 15-minute 20. Even taking out the bear pennant here, pushing back up into the bear pennant that we broke out of on the weekly chart. AMC, watch here at the 9. I just, without seeing some momentum coming to this name, I'm personally not interested into it. But if you can, draw your candle line, see if, or draw your trend line, see if you can break up above that 9. AMC. So you can see the 15-minute chart, huge pullback today. Pullback with the markets, but it pulled back pretty deep. And the recovery did not take out the opening candles. So just a sign of weakness there. AMD versus this, who we just totally destroyed the opening candles. This AMD had a nice push at open, just like most stocks, and then we pull right back. But look what we pushed into here. We could not confirm above that 15-minute 200. There are levels. Just, not saying you have to watch all these different time frames, but just have a good idea where your 15-minute 200 and your 15-minute 50 is, because they are some fairly powerful levels. You got AEO, who's holding this gap up here surprisingly well, and I'm just being honest, I'm surprisingly it's holding up as well. 9 on its way up quickly. See if we can push and break out of that flag there. You got Amgen breaking up out of this little flag, little pennant there. Closed over that. Amazon, nice move today, taking out that 9 and 20. Bearish on Amazon this morning until that news come out. Apache still just trading sideways here. Apple weekly chart, you can actually draw a downtrend on that line right there above the 9 though on the weekly. Ain't that nice push right off support? Reclaimed the 9. We got under the 9 yesterday, opened up under the 9 today, and reclaimed it all on the news today. Very nice push up there. ARK K, very nice push up there. You got Boeing, just a stock that's just showed tremendous relative strength here lately in this market. Just been bullish on it for a while. Holding up above resistance up here, or up previous resistance, which is now support up here above the 9. Watch your previous candles here, see if we can for a push up. Uh, BBY, another one that, we had this cup and handle breakout, actually broke out on earnings, gapped up. Really nice push, riding this Bollinger Band up. It did get back into Bollinger Band, but the last 3 days it's been right into the band itself, trying to get back out of it. Just surprised about the relative strength coming up out of that gap. Just a nice strong chart there. Bitcoin weekly trying to push up here. I mean, Bitcoin's trying to recover a little bit. But the same thing here, your Bollinger Bands are not trying to open up, and this is what happens when they don't open up for the price action. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope that Bitcoin goes to an all new high by the end of the year for everybody. Don't get me, please don't take that the wrong way. But I'm not seeing it here. The chart, I like today's candle, but I'm not seeing them Bollinger Bands open up. And I've seen stocks do that before and just not make a push. I've also seen times where they snap open real quickly and it's able to push. Boeing 15-minute chart, you can see the big pullback here. Had news this morning. I had this on the radar just because it had news and it just couldn't hold, but it did push with the market today. You can see Chewy. Chewy, nice push up. There was an after hours alert come out on some of the e-commerce companies, Chewy, Estes, and all of them, eBay. You can see Chewy here held in better for the most part today than what some of these other stocks did, but definitely moved with the market there. XLP, consumer staples, well back above resistance there. See where we open up tomorrow. See if we gap down. Crowd, this had a bad earnings. It showed growth, but the earnings wasn't great at all. So we did gap down right out of the Bollinger Band. You can see big volume come in, and they did push it up a little bit today. The move, if you look on the intraday charts, the move is not that great. That's a nice candle for no more range than what it traded in. CVX, I still think there's an inverted ascending scallop going to be formed there, and it's going to have one more push into it. But we'll see. That doesn't mean you open up calls now, play the action. DVN still trading in that head and shoulders topping pattern up there. I'm hoping it doesn't break down, but uh, technical analysis is telling us that there's a good chance that it could be breaking down here soon. DraftKings, or not DraftKings, Dick's Sporting Goods, nice flag here, flagging, wait on your 9 to catch up. So exactly what we want out of this pattern. It's a big pattern. We're looking for a lasting move. So we're hoping this 9 is going to catch up and give us a nice run into the end of the year. Not saying that's what it's going to do. We never know, but that's what technical analysis is telling us is very possible. It's a nice looking setup. And this is the bullish percent index for the Dow Jones. I just wanted, said I would share it. Just wanted to show that, we know the Dow has been much stronger, and I just wanted to point out the bullish percent index is still holding the 70 level. We don't always stay up there long, so hopefully we can hang out up there, uh, as long as possible, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I like DraftKings here. We're trying to get up above this downtrend, but I like it better above that 200. Maybe willing to try to trade it above that 200. Gives it room to move. Lily strong here, very strong. Big move today. Stocks are showing a ton of relative strength. XLE, you can kind of see the ascending scallop setting in, so it's possible. So if it rolls and that basically ascending scallop instead of, so when your MACDs and stuff needs to be cooled off, your price action just holds in so much better than your MACD, and it just leads to this little curve, come back in, maybe it's not much more, maybe come back in around to the 88 level or so, and then it's going to reset the MACD and try to give it another push, if that's what it's doing. But that's what energy looks like it's trying to do to me. So you can see ExxonMobil today, not a lot of strength in here neither. We did have a petroleum report come in with a big draw. Ford's still below this 200. We've talked about liking it a lot better above that 200. It's not really showing a lot of strength today compared to what the most of the market showed. So we got FedEx here. We're finally getting our breakout here on FedEx, breaking into a gap. So maybe we can try to work on filling that gap. Not saying we're going to fill it tomorrow, but hopefully we can work on getting that gap filled. First Solar, another stock, just has been full of relative strength. Nice breakout. Since we got this breakout of this little broadening wedge here, it's just really, really, really been a nice move. Google, another one we worked on the gap today. Working on filling that gap. Maybe we can look for a gap fill tomorrow. Look for a move up to this candle in this area. You can see there is some resistance coming up here. This little channel we were trading in for a while, and you can see we got several touch points on it, and we are approaching that. But first, we worry about filling that gap. Look for resistance at the other side of that gap. High percentage of your stocks find a level there, bounce, come back, and retest it and take it out. Home Depot. So we got this nice breakout on this. We talked about the technical analysis on this chart. We got this really nice breakout, and we come up, tested the resistance level, and got rejected. Come back up. We were able to take it out. Rejected again. Got a small. It's not textbook, but you got the three humps up there. Looks like a head and shoulders topping pattern, which is not huge. It's on an hour chart, so you don't expect a huge move out of it. And it's basically would cover the pullback here. Now we're back retesting. Let this 1 hour 9 catch up. See if maybe this can push us up. Nice flag here right at this resistance level. And one of the members, we were talking about how to trade this and when to take profits and when to look for another entry. And I'm hoping he can even understand even more now, looking at exactly what his chart's doing, why it was the best idea to take profits here if we couldn't take this level out, then wait and look for another entry, which could have took one here, or you can take one back above there. But this is your retest. Anytime you get a breakout, you usually come back for a retest. And when you come back for your retest, this is where your conservative traders look to get back in. Home Depot on, this is the daily chart. Got this nice cup. I can change this up and keep this within the cup here. But you got this basically its tabletop, which you would see on the 1 hour chart. It formed a descending triangle. On the weekly chart, it actually formed a double bottom, but all 3 time frames bullish. But you can see we broke out of this, come back up here, putting in another tabletop at a previous level of resistance. Q's, nice move up today as well, trying to show some strength, which Q's has been trading weaker. You can see Q's here on intraday chart. Huge move. I mean, I really feel for the people, the bears who constantly, because we seen a ton of put flow coming in at one time. You could tell they had closed their positions and they were reloading, and they just got destroyed because this market didn't stop. There's a lot of money made today by the traders who were able to keep an open mind and come in here and leave their opinion out of the market and trade the market. Listen to what the market's telling them and trade the market. There's a lot of money made today. And there's a lot of days like this that we just get these, not like this, don't get me wrong, but we get a lot of nice moves and intraday moves on news, Fed speakers, all different kinds of things can pop the market, and those are short-term, life-changing events. Today, I imagine there were some people who maybe even been on the gambling side, but I'm sure there were some lives changed today with the moves that this market made today. Very, very exciting. Glad to be able to talk about it and help members learn how to trade stuff like this. Just awesome. Choose weekly chart, put in a bottom trying to push up. You want to watch this downtrend here when we come into it. So we got some stuff to look at on the SPY as we get there. Like we said earlier, some levels of resistance, and that's coming up on us. So we got the 20-year TLT pushing up off the 9 there. I like it. You're above the 50 and all there. Need to change the color of that 50. Hard to see on that background. IWM, we still have this downtrend here. This is still an issue. This has been an issue, still an issue. We have to take that level out. And you can see right here, previous levels of resistance on the daily. I like this much better above that level. I do like retaking the moving averages. You can kind of look at this as a small cup. Hopefully we can take that level of resistance out and we can see a nice push in this market. IWM 15-minute chart, give a nice flag, breaking back in them Bollinger Bands and just pushing right back up. But look where your price acceleration came in. We talk about that. Look where your price acceleration came in. Stuff that we're talking about in the Discord all the time. Lockheed Martin off the 9, broke the candle line. Mara trying to bear flag back up into the 9. See how this acts. If we can get back up to that 9, see how it acts at that 9. MRK, another strong push on this one today. Charts just showing a ton of relative strength. MMAT, I just wanted to highlight this one more time. Flagging into the 9, we were able to retake the 9. Look at your wick today. There's a chance. Still worth keeping an eye on. You're losing your MACD on the daily. I would watch it for one more day. Your moving averages are changing character here. They are changing character. So just keep that in mind. Meta, nice push. Keep in mind there's a gap up there to finish filling on that one as well. We didn't get into it today. Meta, nice push there on the 15. Big move. MU, this did close below or back above this trend line, but we're still below the 9 and 20 there. I'd like to hit better above that 9 and 20, even though MU did make a nice run today. Very strong, very, very surprised. Microsoft, nice push up here. Microsoft 15-minute chart, you can see just a huge move there. And Microsoft weekly chart, if we continue to push, hopefully we can close tomorrow, remain above this 9. We can continue to push. You got this downtrend here, but you also got your 50 weekly there telling you there's resistance in the way. Moderna, nice setup here. See if we can push up off this 20. Take out that line. Make sure you got your line drawn. In this case, you want to take your 9 out. If we break this 9, look for a move to the upside. Still a good possibility. We need a couple more days in that before that's ready to set up. MRO, this is trying to get back above some moving averages there. Doesn't have a whole lot of strength in that candle. MU, you can see the 1, 2, 3, boom, 1, 2, 3 reversal. NASDAQ, nice candle today. Very nice candle on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ sure looks weaker than the S&P 500. Netflix, this small gap here, called this out. That small gap got filled today. We've still got some left of that big gap up there to fill. And very nice move here. You can see we did gap down below the 9, closed back above this 9 today. See where we can move or see what we can do tomorrow with that one's worth keeping an eye on. NVIDIA, strong push off the 9 here today. Very strong move, strong market today. The market was super bullish. We called it out several times, kept explaining why. A very, very bullish market. Lives, people, there were some lives that got changed today without a doubt. The way some of these strikes moved, just an awesome, incredible move. You can see the nice flag back in up here. You can see breaking back out of your Bollinger Bands, breaking back in your Bollinger Band, testing it all the way up. Super strong. Look at gapped and layered. Look at your moving average, even your 200. Just gapped and layered. Just a incredible move, letting us know there's a ton of momentum into it. The video weekly pushed up above that candle line. Nine's on its way up there on the weekly chart. Very strong chart. Oxy actually put in a lower low here. Uh, Oxy, this is Oxy's daily chart. I need to change this bottom line up here. Um, but you can see we're got a downtrend coming through here. Got some moving averages rolling over on us. Not the best looking chart out there, that's for sure. Palantir made a nice move today as well. I just don't like how it's down here on the bottom of the chart and has not seen the action that the rest of the market's seen. Peloton, you got this little, some people would call this a double bottom. It's like a little cut formation to me. Putting in a little handle here, it takes out that resistance level there. It takes out this candle here. I would keep an eye on that for a move up. I mean, you can just about buy anything right now, and for a move up, the market's bullish. See how we, don't just buy anything on that. See how we act tomorrow. Play the action. Plug, nice candle there today as well. Riot, nice push up here, back above the 9. Uh, Robelux, come down here. We tested the support level, push back up above the 9. MACD's changing character. I mean, so many charts are trying to turn bullish right now. You can see the S&P 500 itself pushing up, taking out the 200 today. Shop. You can also see Shop coming right into its 200 right here is resistance. So the daily 200 is resistance on Shop. Definitely an area to keep an eye on there. SoFi, nice candle today. Once again, I think there's better stocks to trade right now. Instead of being down there and have to fight through all that resistance, I'd rather find something that's up on the top of the chart or above a lot, off the bottoms, off the lows, out of some of that resistance. The diamond here, you can see big candle, huge candle today. A strong 30 there, very strong 30. SPY is right into, this is one of the levels I wanted to point out. SPY is right into this weekly downtrend here. We're trading in this descending broadening channel, and we're right into this channel here. So we definitely need to be careful there of how we act. We've seen the S&P 500 right into a channel, seeing the SPY right into a channel. Also, we closed over, so today's the last day in the month. This tells us, we closed over that 9. See where we open up. As long as we don't get no big gap down in the morning, we should open up above that 9. Everything should be good to go. Huge candle on the SPY today. Took out the 200 there. I mean, when you start closing above this 200, especially with this kind of momentum, this kind of volume, we know we had some big buying at the end. You kind of got to start changing your view of the market a little bit. A SPY, nice push up here on the 15. So right here, we also have this downtrend. I drew this two different ways, covering the tops like that, puts us getting up above that trend today. This trend coming up in here, I thought it was more in the 110 area, but it looks like it's a little higher. We need to get this drawn on a broker chart where we got a decent price on that. But we need to know where that downtrend is as we're pushing up. We'll get a better number on it in the Discord. You can see Square, a nice push up off support here. Huge candle on that one today. We called it out several times before the meeting and all. So you got SQQQ, big move down. So this was a play for the bears today. Why we were, we were going after these longs. If you like to trade puts, that's where you should have been trying to trade puts instead of trying to short the market. XLK here. Watch this gap up here on this one. Nice candle again. Tesla, today was a big help. You can see the nice candle. You can kind of see a little, I mean, it's not textbook, but you can kind of see a little pattern down here. Possible inverted head and shoulders. See if we can get a move back up above we pushed up, we closed above the 9, we closed above the 20. Big deal. See if we can open up, hold this, look for a move up here. Like to see them Bollinger Bands or the moving averages roll. You got TJ Maxx got a nice flag there at the 9, losing its MACD. It may have a push into it. It's worth watching. Coming off that 9 on the daily. TLT 20-year or TLT weekly, the 20-year right into that downtrend, seeing rejection. Tesla 15-minute chart, you're putting in a little kind of double topish there after hours. United Airlines, extend that top trend line out, see if you can get above that trend line. You can see also give a 1, 2, 3 reversal today. 1, 2, 3, taking that line out would be reversal. I probably wouldn't know. I don't know if I would have took that. But this pullback here to your 15-minute 9, that's an entry all day long. Uber, nice candle there today. UNG pulled back today and didn't really move with the market. Ups, nice move here. So yesterday we got above this 200. We did pull back, retest the 200, and push up. Or it looks like we can possibly gap down maybe. 9's on its way up there. UNG daily chart. We did get back into like a just in a bunch of between a bunch of moving averages. I just don't like trading anything in there. To me, that's a no trade zone. Unity finally broke up out of that little tabletop. Got that big move up, pulled back in, finally broke up. Nice candle there today. X, nice push up above resistance here. Finally got out of this little zone here. Look, pushing up off the 9. VTRX, contraction expansion. We come back. We did not come down, retest our line. What I would expect here is to try riding this 9 up. Doesn't look like the best candle today. A lot of that was some FOMO going on in this market today. You can see Wells Fargo, big move down, and then just a nice recovery there. Very nice recovery. Wells Fargo daily candle, you can see that gap down, gapped all the way down to that support level and ripped back up. Back above the 9 and 20. 9 and 20 is separating there as well. See how your 9 comes down, pulls back to your 20, and pushes right up off your 20. Nice setup there. Watch your candles for resistance. Walmart flagging back into the 9 there on the daily after a nice push. XLF, look at that. Back above the previous candles there. ExxonMobil, I still think the same thing here. I think we're going to pull in for an ascending scallop, ascending inverted scallop. And that concludes our video for today. I hope this was helpful. Please remember to find success in trading, you have to start applying discipline. And discipline is the key to your success in trading. If you've not started to apply discipline yet, then you haven't even started your true trading journey. Hope everybody has a great night, and I'll see you in the trading room.